you wanted the best, you've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Folks, it's Voss here from theChrisVossShow.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the early season of the Mix official. Welcome. And I confirmed this over the weekend with the folks there at Blueberry who host the Chris Voss Show and have for 16 going on 17 years in August. So a few more months and we're going to be at the big 17. We're still teenagers, I guess, when it comes to podcasting. But here's the trip. They've confirmed with me we are one of the oldest living podcasts, if not the oldest living podcast, that regularly broadcasts a podcast daily. How's that for fun? Now, there's a small handful, maybe 5, maybe 10 that are in our genre of area, but we're probably one of 5 of the oldest living podcasts still broadcasting. So then that includes the year 2026. So there's a few that ended in 2025. It's interesting. So just so you know, help keep the pirate ship alive through our teenage years, actually, as it were. Once we hit 20, then we'll finally grow up on this show, I think. Go to goodreads.com, /Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com, /Chris Voss, YouTube.com, /Chris Voss. And I'm going to keep doing this until I'm dead, and they're going to put a microphone in my coffin so you can listen to worms, and they're just going to make episodes of my decay. Which is like now, really, when you think about it. Opinions expressed by guests on the podcast are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the host or the Chris Voss Show. Some guests of the show may be advertising on the podcast, but it is not an endorsement or review of any kind. Today's featured author is brought to you by Majestic Authors Media, specializing in strategic marketing and publishing to help authors reach their ideal audience and maximize their book success, turning powerful messages into global impact, one story at a time. We have an amazing young lady on the show. We're going to be talking to her today. As always, the guests are the beautiful feature of the show. I'm just the guy I'm the waiter who delivers the wonderful palette of beautiful, tasty knowledge that you're going to be enjoying today. I must have skipped breakfast or something because I've got that on my mind. She is the author of the latest book to come out called The Magic Buttons Fantasy Flight, a 250-year journey to freedom, out May 26, 2026, by Swapna Gangopadhyay. Welcome to the show. How are you, young lady?
I'm doing great, and especially being with you.
Thank you, and being with you as well. This is the best way for me to start my Monday. And give us .coms, websites, social media. Where on the internet do you want people to get to know you better?
Of course. Hi, everybody. Please visit my website, dreamywriter.com. And you will get all the information about the current book, past published books, and the books, those are coming. So you have complete information on my website. And moreover, you can also get all the link for my YouTube, Facebook channel. And interesting thing is, in the YouTube channel, you can get all the videos, trailers, and the videos.
So give us a 30,000 overview of what's inside your new book.
Good. And first, I want to, again, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure being with you.
And thank you for coming.
Thanks. Now, let me start with the overview of the book. The overview of the book would be, my main intention was to share our journey to freedom, American independence, to our children and young adults. Wanted to let them know how we got it, how important it is, and how our past heroes and also common people worked so hard to achieve that. And this year is the year of 250 years we're completing. And we are going to celebrate. It's a kind of coincidence. It came to my mind that all of a sudden that we have to do something to celebrate. And what else other way to celebrate? Share with all our young children who are the next generation and who are going to carry this freedom forward. And they need to learn how to keep it alive and how to protect it, right?
Yeah. That's really important. I often say on the show and to people in real life, each of us are stewards of our democracy.
Exactly.
What little of it we have left now at this point. And we need to protect it. We need to fight for it. We need to debate for it. We need to stay in touch with what politicians are doing. We need to be active in our government's interest. And I heard this saying this morning from someone, I think it was on TikTok, and it was the saying, let's see, what was it? Love your country, but never trust your government. That's right.
So true.
True. Power corrupts. It really is. I remember talking, I can't remember the journalist we had on the show, but I remember talking to her about how maybe some presidents might have less kerfuffles of narcissistic interest. And she said to me, power corrupts everyone. And there's always people that are embarrassed. They don't want people to know maybe they screwed up as a president or as a politician, Senate, House, Congress, your HOA person. Start there. All politics is local. So this is really important. It's a great time. I lived through 1776, which was a celebration, I think, of our 200-year anniversary, which I just realized I just dated myself by 50 years. So I feel old. I'm going to go rub some Bengay on myself.
Oh, you are not old. You are only 50?
58. I would have been 8 years old in 1976, I think. Yeah.
It's a new 48.
The new 48 is 58. I like how you're thinking here. So, 20 years ago, I was at 76, the celebration for America. It's 200th anniversary. And I don't know, maybe if I get lucky, I'll be here for the 300th.
Of course. Why not?
That just makes me more tired. So what was there a magic moment? Was there a inspirational moment when you're like, I want to write this book about the 250-year journey?
Of course. I have 2 young granddaughters, and I always make up stories for them. And that's the way my first book came. I will tell you later. This one also, I wanted to let them know that it's 250 years of our American independence, and we have to value it. We have to respect it. We have to appreciate it. And they said, what do you mean? They're very young. They don't understand the independence and all other stuff. And then I thought, maybe I should write a book in a fun way, so that I can explain to them how it happened. Yeah. And at their level. And at the same time, it should be historical facts. And I don't change anything. I don't annoy any historical leaders and other people. So I wanted to start. And my main thing came in my head that let me start with children. Actually, the main roles in this book are 5 siblings and their grandpa. Instead of grandma, all 5 siblings went to grandpa and said, Grandpa, we have an emergency. When grandpa said, what kind of emergency do you have? And they said, historical emergency. We need to learn about the history, American independence. It's 250 years, and everybody is going to celebrate, but we don't know about anything about this history. Then grandpa says, okay, I will do that, but I cannot do in this outfit. It's a regular common outfit. Go and find my Minutemen's outfit from the attic.
Oh, wow.
And all the children, they run to the attic. They go there. They find Grandpa's Minuteman outfit, but they find something more. Oh. And what's that? That's a magic button.
Oh, wow.
And that is written Liberty on it.
Oh, with Liberty written on it.
And the big brother said, don't touch it. It looks like magical. And the young baby brother, his name is Walter. He is an interesting character in this book. He all of a sudden pushes the button. And that's the place it starts. The magical journey starts.
Ah, the magical journey begins.
All of a sudden, that a 250 years old wise owl shows up.
Oh, wow.
She takes the children in her magical carpet to different places.
Oh, wow.
And it starts from, she takes them to 1763, the Grumble in the Woods. And from there, she takes them to the Boston Tea Party.
Oh, wow. They're going having some fun.
And then that's the fun part. I'm going to tell you. The little Walter says, oh my God, why they are throwing all the tea in the ocean? How are they going to make tea? How are they going to add sugar and cream?
Yeah, that's a big cup.
Big cup. And then everybody starts laughing. And the big sister said, Walter, they're not making tea. They're protesting.
They're making protest soup.
Yeah. And then it's too much for Walter, his baby Walter. But anyway, from there, they go to Independence Hall and they see the John Hancock and Washington. They are writing the Declaration of Independence. Then they come back to also talk about the peace from after writing on 1776. The independence, declaring that it was not done completely. There were some more who were waiting for them, more struggle. I explained, they watched that. And finally, when they are ready to go back home, our Miss Barnaby says, not yet. We need to talk about unsung heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then little Walter says, oh, unsung heroes means they can't sing. I can teach them. And then everybody laughs and says, no, you don't understand what is unsung heroes. But anyway, then Miss Barnaby talks about Molly Pitcher and all other people who helped them to really get their common people to get the final independence.
Molly Pitcher, I think I met those people at Coachella. Is that how that works? So Molly? I'm just doing a Molly Coachella joke there.
And you know that in New Jersey, there is a hotel, Molly Pitcher Inn.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
And in New Jersey also there is one, I think restaurant used to be called Minuteman Store or Minuteman Restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I know some husbands that eat there. Oh, that's a joke. Anyway, not sure what that means, but it sounded funny in my head.
Yeah.
So you have a Minutemen restaurant. These folks, these kids go on the adventure now. There's 4 or 5 of these kids, I'm guessing, because I'm looking at the cover.
5 kids.
So it's like a family kid story.
Yeah.
through, this magic button that they found that helps them transport through time. Is it like
Right, with the help of my wise owl.
the wise owl? I met a wise owl one time but it was mostly just some edibles I took. So we did go on a trip though in the past.
The wise owl.
Yeah, it was mostly just colors and stuff.
Colors, yeah.
And weird animals, and it was a lot of Grateful Dead songs, basically. Anyway, Grateful Dead jokes on Monday on the Chris Voss Show. Tune in next time. Anyway, so this is really great. And so the great thing about writing children's books with all the children's books authors like yourself that we have on the show is they really help see the imagination that children have is so wonderful, and it's so glorious. And when you get older, you're like, God, I wish I still had that magical imagination, especially when you're sitting in jail and in the drunk tank overnight, and you're like, I wish I had imagination now. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that, folks. But you having books like this that help spur their emotion, their imagination, but also raise their intellectual knowledge of real events. But you're making it fun, because I remember when I went through history class, I think I flunked history or got a D- in it. It was annoying. I was boring. But when you make it magical, like you have with them transporting through time, and there's a special owl, that sounds like a way funner story. Like, why don't we just have a Benjamin Franklin owl story or something? Because when I was a kid, they said how Benjamin Franklin was out there with a key, and he invented lightning or lights or something with his kite, right? That was a fun story, right? But some of the other things, like they sat in a committee and debated for weeks at a time over the Declaration of Independence. That's kind of boring.
And you are giving me ideas. If I steal those.
Do you anticipate a book 2 of this book, a continuum of the characters and the owl?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, mm-hmm. I have a couple of ideas that I'm going to start writing. Mm-hmm. I have rough drafts, but it's very important to teach our children right away. As you said, history sometimes is so boring.
Yeah.
But children do not get interested. So we have to make it interesting for them. And that's my goal. And especially some of the scientific items like AI, wireless technology, what those come from. Children will say, I don't know, I don't have to know. But yes, you do. You need to know where they're coming from. That's why I have another book coming. It's talking about invisible light, which is wireless radio signal.
Radio waves? Mm-hmm.
Radio waves and radio technology. And that also triggered with my discussion of a couple of children. I was talking to my nephew and nieces. They are young adults. They said, auntie, you are old. You always like the radio. You talk about radio. And we don't listen radio anymore. Radio is old-fashioned. I said, no, ma'am.
Wait, I'm on a podcast. It's still new fashion. Radio's still going.
You are carrying a radio in your pocket.
Yeah.
And she looked at me and she said, no. I said, yes, show me. Here is my cell phone, she said. I said, cell phone started based on radio signal, radio technology.
Yeah.
So you are using radio.
You're listening to old technology.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they started asking me, it's like it's giving them the point or kind of pointers to ignite their curiosity.
Yeah.
And they will started asking me, really? How did it happen? What is invisible light? I said, 150 years ago, Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose, he proved that invisible light, the light you cannot see, but it carries the signal that helps you to understand and all these, to improve or build those technologies.
Yeah.
Your earbud, your phone, your podcast, your microwave, you are doing your snacks, warming up your snacks.
I think I'm going to start podcasting from the microwave. Yeah. I think I'm going to start podcasting from the microwave. That sounds good. Then I can make popcorn while I'm podcasting.
Maybe we can do one segment.
Yeah. Probably have that. If you're too close to the microwave, it does that. It'll create electronic noise. That's probably what I do the whole time I'm trying to make popcorn while we have it out there on the show. Now, do you see this as being a series, like a multitude of books, or maybe just one in the future, or is it still out for debate?
No, Chris, thanks for asking that question.
I'm just trying to pile a lot of pressure.
I have at least 4 or 5 drafts ready.
All right.
And my main goal is communicating with our children and young adults about technology, history, and science. I have one book. It could be STEAM helper, how plant life works and who invented that plant has a life. Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose also invented, and he created some machine to show these plants are not object. They have life. So that one is a sunflower. If sunflower, that young sunflower, they need energy. So what they do in the morning, they face to the east.
And drink some coffee.
As the day passed, and they move to the west all the way.
That's my version of coffee. That's what that is.
Yeah. I have a book about.
I turn and face the espresso machine. That's what I do.
Espresso machine.
Yeah. That's where I get my sun from.
We need coffee
in the morning, especially at my age.
Right. And they need the sun energy from the sun.
Yeah. Then I go out in the sun and hang out with the sun. But coffee before everything. No talkie. No coffee, no talkie. There's a yellow warning sign on the top.
My eyes do not open.
Yeah.
What is my coffee?
Yeah. This is great. You see, this is a multi-book series coming out, and it's a great celebration for the 250th anniversary of America. Now, do you anticipate putting all of those out this year during the 250 celebration, or this is going to be staggered through several years in the future?
Maybe a couple of years. It will be staggered for a couple of years.
Yeah. You're talking about 250 years. You can pace yourself, spread it out every 50 years or something.
Or every 5 years, because I'm not that young. Yeah. I don't have much time.
Oh, we got plenty of time. Yeah, I'm going to see you at the 300th anniversary, since we were both at 1776 in 2026. We can be at the next one. What's the next one? 226 plus 50, so 2076. I'll see you there. It's a date, and we'll be there. I don't know that I won't be able to feel my legs, but I can't feel them now. So that's I can't feel anything at this point.
I was also talking to my friends, and they were saying they have seen several movies and also many shows about the American independence for adults. But she was saying that I didn't see too many for the children.
Yeah.
And your book could be a good one for the children. I said, I wish somebody helps me to do that.
Yeah. And this is where it's really important, because a lot of these children, I grew up in an era where the USSR was threats of nuclear bombing, and every day we'd have 1 or 2 times a day, we'd have a nuclear bomb drill, and we'd hide under these desks that clearly would not save you from a nuclear bomb. I don't know what we were hoping would happen, like especially around zero, which I was in LA growing up. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your background and how you were raised. Give us some of the details on your journey and being a dreamer, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. Thank you for asking that question. I have an interesting background, and I come from a family where all boys. and
Oh,
I
really?
was the girl. But
You were
I
the only
was,
girl?
yeah, I was the only girl.
Wow.
I have uncles and brothers and nephews, but I was raised like one of the boys. I had equal rights.
Ah.
Yeah, and I always, today I appreciate more than before that my parents never discriminate me as oh, you are the girl, you are supposed to do this or that.
Ah.
Yeah, and I was very liberated type of environment I was raised. I was raised, yeah. So I am thankful for that. And I came to study to continue my education, postgraduate education to this country. And I had a radio physics background, master's in physics and radio physics and math, applied math. Then I come over here, and my advisor advised me that do some studies on expand your knowledge in computer. Do a master's in computer instead of physics right away. And I took his advice. I had some computer background in my country. I took some courses, and I was good at it, and I was very much interested. And my advisor, when he advised me to go for computer, and I was excited. I did my master's. Then I worked for big companies like Texas Instrument. And there were a couple of, I was in Houston. I worked for a couple of oil companies, Dresser Atlas, NL Industries, writing the program for drilling, seismic data analysis, and those kind of things those days. And you will be surprised in 83, 84, that time frame, I started working for Texas Instrument, and Texas Instrument came up with a TI Explorer, that AI-based computer. And that early, I was involved in AI, and they taught me. They had an excellent lab in Dallas. We used to go there, travel every week, and they taught me how to use AI, learn AI.
Wow.
And the purpose of that program was to analyze log data and seismic data and predict what the oil could be based on the porosity, permeability, all those things. And Texas Instrument, I learned a lot. They are excellent company. Then I moved to AT&T Bell Laboratories and in New Jersey. And that was the heaven of learning. It's excellent opportunity. I'm still grateful for that job. I started working in 85, 86 timeframe. I started working for writing program as a junior programmer to write programs for wireless phone, how it works. And those days, nobody had phone in their pocket. Only people, they had the big phone. Remember, they used to carry, rich people?
Oh, yeah. I used to have a big brick phone, one of those early ones.
You were
weighed
rich.
about 10 pounds. It was like this big. Yeah, I had one of those early ones.
Like a brick.
Yeah, you could, if you needed to use it as a weapon to defend yourself, you're getting mugged in an alleyway or something. That thing was a weapon, man. You could hit somebody and kill it.
Yeah, in the car. They used to have in the car also.
Yeah.
But
some people sometimes you have to kill people in the car. Too. If you're ever attacked, it's all defense.
Good weapon.
Yeah, it's a good weapon to have. But then after you beat them, you can call an ambulance for them. See, it has a dual use purpose. Yeah.
And we started with very early technology, AMS technology. Then we moved to CDMA, TDMA, GSM, 1G, 2G, 5G.
Oh, yeah.
You name it. I have been there, done that. and I have seen a lot.
I'll bet. That would have been fun to see the early phones. Some of my friends worked on the iPhone. He was one of the team of 12, I think it was, that built the iPhone. And what an amazing thing. He was actually one of the first people who had to test. He had to test porn on the iPhone to make sure that the browser worked. Because usually that's the sort of thing that leads most technology. Remember when cable TV came out? People were like, oh, no, you get to cable TV if you're into porn. And then eventually became like HBO and normal stuff. But it was funny. All the first they were going through where they're just like, yeah, we gotta test it out, make sure it works, make sure the keyboards work, the browsers work, all the different apps work. Yeah, this is wild.
About testing, let me tell you a funny story. Testing the phone, I was writing the code for making the phone call works. Those days, the only thing you could do with the cell phone is make the phone call works. You can call someone. I was taking vacation, and I was taking my daughter on her 5th birthday to Disney World. And we went there. Before going there, my boss said, Ms. Swapna, why don't you take a phone and you can test it? I said, I'm on vacation. I said, oh, yeah. He said, that's fine. I will pay you extra hours. Go and test it from Florida. I said, I said, okay, I will do that. You don't have to pay me hours, but I will because carrying those phones was not very.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You get a hernia carrying that thing around.
Yeah, it got to carry. But anyway, I took that phone, and every time when I got time, standing on the line and waiting for entrance, I used to use that phone to call and make sure I call my colleagues, my boss, make sure the call is completing.
Yeah.
Now, the funny part is, as soon as I started calling, people started surrounding me, around me. They started coming around me and started asking, can I use that phone? Oh my God, it's so exciting. Can I call my mom? I said, why not? And everybody, my friends who went with me, they said, the people came to watch the Disney World and they are now watching your phone. How funny it is.
That's wild. Let me lead you into the book, A Bad Mouse Ruins the House. This is a prior book you've written. Tell us a little bit about this one, if you would.
Okay. That one is really interesting, and it's a part of it, most of it my imagination, but a part of it, the original thought came from a practical experience. One day, I saw a mouse in my house. We used to live in a big house, but the mouse was running around. And I saw that, and I saw the drops, mouse drops. And I told my husband that, we have a mouse. And I'm very much scared of mouse. Because it's not that I'm scared of mouse. I'm scared of how much damage a mouse can do in the house.
Yeah.
And my husband said, no, there is no mouse. But it happened a couple of times, but finally he agreed. He saw a big hole in our laundry room the mouse made. He was going back and forth and taking things from the house. He ruined my lots of clothes in the closet and all other stuff. But then I said, now we have to do something. Then finally he took care of it. I told that story to my two granddaughters. And they were so fascinated by that. They kept on asking, can you tell us that story? Mouse in the house, bad mouse in the house. And then I added, one day, Grandpa was out and Grandma was sleeping. All of a sudden, Mouse came and Mouse said, hey, lady, wake up. Give me some ice cream. I'm screaming for ice cream. Do you the younger girl what she said? Oh, no, the mouse has no manner.
Oh.
I was surprised. She was only maybe 4 or 3 something. Then I said, what do you mean? And the elder one answered, she means that mouse could say nicely, Grandma, can you give me some ice cream, please? That clicked in my head. I realized that even they are young, they understand the right versus wrong. And that's the time we have to teach them what is right, what is wrong. The head of the family or head of the leader of our society or in our country, they do something wrong. They are young, they cannot protest, but at least they should say, I'm not going to adapt that culture. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to learn right way versus wrong way. So that was the thing. The original thoughts came from there.
And so that you've talked about that. When did you start writing, and when did you know you're probably good at it and wanted to write more books? Was there an aha moment where you're like, I think I'm pretty good at this. Maybe I should do more?
Chris, unfortunately, that aha moment did not come yet. I don't know how good or how bad I am. Our readers have to tell me how they like the book. But
you're doing good so far. How many books do you have out now that are published?
Only 2. The last one is that one, and this one is the 50 years of the independence is the second one. And other ones, I'm testing the water, putting on the YouTube videos, and I directed lots of videos based on the different books like Invisible Lights and also other ones. And those are getting good vibes. I'm getting good vibes from the audience. So I'm thinking to start publishing those. And to answer your first part of the question, that when I started writing, I love to write. And I started writing even when I was young. And in the 70s, when I was very young and needed money, I used to work for the radio stations to write articles for scientific articles, like what mineral oils. They used to give me the topic, and they used to give some money after I write and I present.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're getting paid early to write stuff.
Write stuff. I wrote one on computer. That's funny. When I wrote about the computer, and I had a vision those days, and think about early 70s. I wrote computer that in future, computer will do all the things for us. We will be able to buy tickets for traveling and do this, do that, all sorts of stuff that today is just like our daily life, part of daily life. But I wrote one thing which is interesting. In those days, people used to do matrimonial on the newspaper. So I said, in future, it will be done through computer.
Yeah.
And some people started criticizing me.
Really?
That she is too much imaginative. She has too much imagination. Maybe she is looking for a good partner. That's why.
Yeah, I don't think you can ever have too much imagination. It wasn't Albert Einstein who said imagination is more important than knowledge?
Exactly. Oh. That's my mantra. I love to dream. That's why I go by dreamy writer.
Yeah. Dreaming is important and everything else. So it looks like we've got a great future coming down the pike with these books. And then tell us a little bit about what's on your website. I guess people can follow with you in the future. I see on your website too, there's a Buy a Dreamer I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's Baby Javier in the diaper saves the day.
Baby Javier in the diapers. That's an interesting story coming up. That
these are the pending
young kid. He's pending. Yeah, it did not publish. I did not publish yet, but it's an interesting story.
Now,
Yeah.
Now, I see it's by I'm a Dreamer is the author on the covers of these books that are on your website. Is that going to be your new pen name, or do you just kind of do that as a draft thing there?
That's my pen name. Some of the books I'm thinking to present through I'm a Dreamer. I'm a Dreamer. Okay. I'm a Dreamer is the I am a Dreamer. So it's a short version of I am a Dreamer. In Baby Javier, it's an interesting story. It's like a Baby Javier is a really baby, and his family used to help a farmer, daddy farmer, mommy farmer, grandpa, grandma farmers. They used to work in the farm, and they were very happy. But one day, grandpa farmer sent all his family back home, but kept the baby Javier in the barn. And that's the place it starts the story. Oh. And the daddy farmer becomes very, very upset. And he said, how am I going to harvest all the potatoes? He had a potato farm. And then baby Javier saves the day. He helps to harvest all the potatoes with the twins that daddy farmer had. So it's very interesting because he learned from his mom and when he was in her tummy.
Oh, wow. That's the way to learn from your mom.
And we talk to the and we talk about we let them listen to music. There is some kind of evidence that children grow up with some kind of knowledge. Don't know whether it's scientifically correct or not, but some culture, they allow you to do that. They encourage you to do that. So that was something behind that story, and it's funny. It's coming up soon.
Yeah. So what do you hope people come away with when they read your book and stuff?
Different book will have different message. For Baby Javier is that it's a whole world is a family. It's full of diverse people. We are all different, but we need each other.
Yeah.
We cannot avoid. It's like a village. In the village, we need a whole entire village to raise our kids. And not only that, adults also, we need each other. That's the message. In the 250 years of independence, the magic button, this book, it has that we need to appreciate, honor our independence, value the independence, and make sure that we have respect and we carry over with dignity.
That should be really good. As we go out, give people the final pitch out to pick up your books and .coms where they can find you on the interwebs.
They can find me at Amazon.com. They can find me on Barnes and Nobles, and they can find me also on my website, dreamywriter.com.
Dreamy.
Yeah, I am giving the discount prices on my website so that, one important thing, that every book you buy, we pay to the those organizations who can help others. Different kind of United Way, Red Cross, and all these people, we donate certain portion, good portion of the money to
That's awesome.
every cells. Yeah, that's our goal.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you very much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. It's been very insightful and fun, and what a great book to celebrate our 250 years of America.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. Order up her book, folks, wherever fine books are sold. The Magic Buttons Fantasy Flight, 250-year journey to freedom. Out May 26, 2026. Thanks so much for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, linkedin.com/Chris Voss, youtube.com/Chris Voss, and Chris Voss 1 on the TikTokity. Thanks for tuning in. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to the most amazing, intelligent podcast ever made to improve your brain and your life. Warning, consuming too much of the Chris Voss Show podcast can lead to people thinking you're smarter, younger, and irresistible sexy. Consume in regularly moderated amounts. Consult a doctor for any resulting brain bleed.